Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, Ladine, but you can call me Lay. So today I really just want to talk to you guys about where I am in my life, how I'm doing, what are some of the lessons that I've learned now that I am pursuing my dreams, and some of the things that I probably would have told my younger self had I known. Because life happens, trust me, life happens. Okay? So if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button and hit the notifications. I will be posting videos every Tuesdays and Fridays, so you don't want to miss any of my content. Okay? Let's dive right into the video. So the first thing I want to ask before I do anything is, how are you? Please leave in the comments below how you're doing. We never check in with self. It's not a practice habit. We're always busy running around doing errands, taking care of the kids, taking care of the husband or the boyfriend or the girlfriend, going to work, going to school. We don't ask ourselves that. Put your hand on your heart and ask yourself, how am I feeling? Stressed, tired, hungry, whatever. Put it in the comments down below. So let's dive right into the video. I am at a good place. I feel good. I feel motivated. I feel pumped. I feel excited to be alive. And for me to say that, coming from me, that I'm excited to be alive, that's actually a really big deal. I was never a complainer, but I was always the person wondering, like, when is things going to get better? Because it would be one bad thing and then another bad thing and then another bad thing. So I had to get myself to a place where I had to take back control of my mind. Like literally, I had to sit down with myself and say, hey, Ladine, you know what? This doesn't have to be it. Because a lot of times what we do is when we think that that's the end all be all, that's exactly what it is. You don't motivate yourself. You don't feel, and granted, your feelings are valid. It's okay to feel some days that you don't want to get up out of the bed, but you still got to do it. I was a functioning depressive for 6.5 years, and that's a really, really long time to be depressed. My circumstance is a little bit different than probably other people, but I lost my daughter to a tragic home accident involving a television, and I still had other kids, so I had to take care of them. I had to get up and do all the things, right? As well as go to school, get my degree, take care of myself, try to take care of my mental health, right? I was going through it and I suffered in silence because I didn't know how to break free from it. I developed anxiety. Just simply being around people was bad for me. Depression will kick your ass. Okay, like if you don't know what you're doing, depression will have you by the balls and just swing you around like a rag doll and then just spit you out. Getting control of your mind is one of the most difficult things to do while you're going through it. You see, when you get a break and you can kind of breathe a little bit, when you feel like yourself in those moments, you really got to talk to your mind. I use self-talk to actually break my depression. There was a day that I was praying and I was asking God, okay, well, explain it to me. I want to know what this depression is. And over the years, I've always been curious about, myself. I've always been very self-aware. I know what's happening to me and I do a lot of research. So I was praying one day and it dropped in my spirit that depression is being trapped in a space and time. And I was like, okay, well, what does that mean? And this is exactly how it was revealed to me. So if I put you in a room with a door and a window, and the door and the window is closed from the outside, and I say, hey, get out, what are you going to do? You're going to kick down the door, you're going to try to break the glass, you're going to do all the things to try to get out, and in doing so, you're going to inflict pain on yourself. The longer you stay in that space and time where that traumatic experience has happened, you're going to inflict pain on yourself trying to get out. That was actually revealed to me. I've become so intentional about being present, like actually staying present, not worrying about the past or worrying about the future. And it's a very difficult thing to do. It's a very, very difficult thing to do, especially if you've experienced trauma or loss or anything like that. I developed anxiety as well, right? And because I was in the home when the accident happened, I was also suffering with PTSD. So I've been through a lot, guys. So to see me actually smiling and happy and living a life full with purpose and excited about what is to come, it can happen to any of us. Like, you can take back control of your mind. One of the most profound prayers that I think I would get tattooed on my body if I wasn't afraid of needles. I have no tattoos, guys, but it's that serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And the reason why that is so profound is because I worried all the time. I have other kids, so I spent all of my time worrying, and I developed anxiety because of it. Being around my kids made me anxious. Being outside around people made me anxious. It was one of the most terrible feelings to be around your kids and be suffering with anxiety because you're around them. I don't know how I did it. Because I was there when the traumatic thing happened and the loud bang and the noise and everything, I suffered with PTSD as well. So it was just a really, really weird place to be in. And I got to a place where I no longer worry. People who worry, for the people who worry, you're out there. I know you're out there. I know you're watching. You're probably laughing, watching this video right now. Stop worrying. Get the prayer and write it down somewhere. Memorize it so that you can bring it to recall. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. You see, when I planted that in my heart and in my soul, it changed everything for me. It forced me to stay present. You cannot worry about the things that are out of your control. The past, what has happened has happened, and the only way to predict the future is to create it. Once I was able to understand that sentiment, it meant so much to me. There's 3 things that people who worry struggle with: compartmentalizing their thoughts, problem solving, and decision making. We catastrophize, and it's not even that serious. So let's break down what an avid worrier or overthinker looks like. Not compartmentalizing your thoughts, right? What is that? A person who worries can worry about 60 different things in 1 minute. You know how there's 60 seconds for 1 minute? You don't know how to stop thinking about the kids, the dog, the cat, the guinea pig, the homework, what you're going to cook for dinner, all these things all at once. You don't know how to not do that. And I'm so happy that I'm at a place now where I don't do it anymore, because it puts so much pressure on the brain. Like, it literally puts so much stress and strain and pressure on your brain to be thinking about things all the time. And sometimes it's just as simple as making a decision, sticking to it, and just leaving it there. And the worst part about it is sometimes you're worrying about things that you literally have no control over. You see, the things that you do have control over, I'll give you a little tip. Make a decision, stick to the decision, and just leave it there. Like, literally just do that. Don't make up scenarios in your head. This is another thing that worriers do. And I know you guys are laughing behind the screen right now. Worriers come up with all kinds of crazy scenarios and situations in your head. Focus on the problem at hand, because problem solving is something that overthinkers struggle with. Come up with a decision and stick to it. When you're going through situations, it's a very, very difficult thing to do, right? Because your brain is literally moving a mile a minute. I would have sleepless nights for days. I lost a lot of weight. I wasn't eating. I wasn't taking care of myself. Like, it was really, really bad. But once I adapted that mentality that you cannot change what has already happened, so your best bet is to stay present and focus on what can happen for you in the future. That was like the game changer for me. So I took control of my mind. Control, Alt, Delete, right? Is a system that I came up with. Control what you can. Delete the negative thoughts and alter your thinking. Be intentional about altering your thinking for what is to come. Once I adapted that principle, it changed my life. And that is the thing that I live by now, that I can't worry about what has taken place. I have to stay present. You know, when you're driving, open the window, feel the breeze on your face. When you're washing dishes, feel the floor beneath your feet. Like, when you're taking a shower, listen to the water run. You know, stay present. There's so much to be grateful for, and a lot of times we miss it. You miss important moments because you're worrying about the past. I'm going to leave you guys with this. If there is one thing, if somebody had asked me, what is that one thing that you wish someone had told you or told your younger self, it would be that it would be okay. That I'm able to sit here now and be in my right state of mind, be excited about life, be excited about being alive, because there were days where I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, right? And this is just me being open, vulnerable, and just sharing what's on my heart. But if somebody could have shown me then, like the me now back then, I'd be like, nah, tell that to somebody else. Get somebody else to do it. But I am so happy and grateful that I hung in there, that I stuck it out. And I know that there will be days where it won't be pretty. That's life. But it all depends on your mindset. Your mindset is what is going to determine what is going to happen. As a writer, as an author, you are the author of your own story. You get to delete chapters, you get to start over, you get to do whatever it is that you want. Be intentional with your life. Catch you in the next video.